Hey there, it's Vashti Sarah, and you are listening to my very first podcast. I just want to start off by saying thank you so much for giving me a listen today. It means the world. It means the world that you hit play. It means the world that you are joining me on this journey. And if you're not, I'll just shamelessly put this out there. Go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button, hit the share button, all the buttons. Just go ahead and do it. So why not? Let's just get started. What is this whole post blog all about? For those of you who do not know, a couple months ago, I started a blog website, and it's called VashtiSarah.com. I've been pushing content out weekly, every Monday at 6:05 a.m. Don't ask me why 6:05 a.m. I just picked a random time, and so far it's worked, and people have been following and people have been reading according to the statistics on WordPress. So yeah, I started a blog website, and this whole post blog podcast is a branch off of that. So post blog is after I've written a blog and published it, then I talk about it. Disclaimer, just go ahead and put this out there. This will not be verbatim. I will not read what I've written. I literally will just be sharing my heart. So I just want to put that out there. I'm not going to bore y'all to death. It's literally just me talking about the things that I've written and I've shared on my blog website. Now, let's dive right into it. In January, I published my very first blog, and it's titled Hindsight 2020. Essentially, it's just looking at the past year and gaining perspective from what happened. I don't know personally what your 2020 looked like, but I know for a lot of people, it wasn't necessarily the best year. Whenever I start of a year, I'll just go ahead and put this out there. I typically pray about what that year will look like. So I seek the Lord and I ask God, prepare my heart. Help me to see what you see. Help me to have a heart to embrace this year and its struggles, its trials, because here's the thing, trials will come, struggles will come, but I want to be prepared, at least my heart to be prepared. I may not be fully prepared in the sense of emotionally equipped to handle what's about to occur, but at least my heart is ready and my heart knows that God will be there. So in 2020, when the year started, I was praying and I felt in my heart that the Lord was saying, this year will be a year of clarity. This year will be one of perspective, and you will see people's true hearts. And to be honest, I feel like that's exactly what happened. In 2020, there was a pandemic. There was political and racial chaos. Because of the pandemic and because of political and racial chaos, there was loss. There were struggles that were unseen. A lot of that were emotional, spiritual, things that people struggled with resurfacing. So 2020 brought on struggles that people weren't necessarily prepared for, and their true self came out for all to see. So 2020 brought on a lot. I don't know what your 2020 looked like. It might have been chaotic. It might have been emotionally stressful, spiritually stressful. It might not have affected you at all. 2020 might have been smooth sailing. I know for some people, they started businesses, they found their niche, they went on and just conquered the world. No one lost their jobs, their family remained healthy. And for others, it was the complete opposite. You lost your job, you lost family members. Life just went downhill for you. But here's the thing. The term hindsight 2020 should bring perspective. It should propel you to become a better version of yourself. But let me just put this out there. There are things that we cannot change. There are things that we are out of our control. But in hindsight, there are things that we do have control over. So for those who said, in 2020, I'm going to finally start my business. I'm going to finally go ahead and leap forward, take the chance, take that step. In hindsight, why haven't you gotten it done yet? Now, you may have valid reasons. It could have been you lost your job, you went homeless, things were absolutely out of your control. Or it could have been you just lost motivation entirely because the world was falling apart. But hindsight 2020, despite the things we cannot change, it should motivate us to become a better version of ourselves, to move forward, to take a step towards progress. Something that I learned and I grasp onto is that my version of me today will be the version history will remember. So the things that I did in 2020 that I'm not too proud of, I need to make a change moving forward. The things that I didn't do in 2020 that I wanted to do are the things I need to motivate myself to do moving forward. Because I want history to remember a certain version of myself. I don't want history to remember the person who had goals but never accomplished them. The person who said they were going to do certain things but never really did it. So what's your hindsight? What is that thing that you wanted to do in 2020 that because of outside circumstances you never got to do? What's that thing that you have burning in your heart that you just have such a huge passion about that you haven't quite done because you're too scared or because circumstances just didn't allow you to get it done? Every step you take is a step towards progress. So whether it be a little step, whether it be the teeniest, tiniest step ever, just know that's a step towards progress. If there's anything I want you to remember of all that I've said, because I think I rambled quite a bit, but the one thing that I want you to hold on to is what version of you do you want history to remember? Because every step you take is a step towards progress, either good progress or bad progress. So what version of you do you want history to remember? That's it. That's our first podcast. Thank you for joining me today. I hope something stuck with you. I hope something motivate you or started a spark in your heart. And if it did, shoot me a message and say, Vashti, you know what? I really liked what you had to say. And if it didn't, let me know too, because I do want to encourage y'all. I don't want to just be sitting here rambling for 10 minutes and you don't gain anything. I want you to gain perspective. And I want you to become a better version of yourself, because that's what the people in my corner have been doing for me. And I've realized the importance of that. Again, thank you so much for joining me. And I guess I will see y'all next week. I love y'all. But remember, most of all, God loves you most.